Hello guys, TwinklePhoenix here from the Sinners, and welcome back to another episode of FNaTI Treasure Island: The Nightmare Before Disney, where a new image was released up on the Wiki of the office area. So this is it, guys. This is what your home away from home will look like. In other words, this is what your office is going to look like in your nightmares. Ooh, creepy. Now, there's a couple of things I need to point out. One, the odd decor of the Mickey heads. Now, first of all, as we all know, Mickey's head in the original FNaTI Treasure Island game doesn't have a function. It's more like prosthetics and props, just a head there, random. I don't know why it's there, actually. It just is. Now, so you notice there's loads of Mickey heads all over the place. I'm not sure if they have an importance, like you're supposed to put one on, maybe, to hide from the enemies. I don't know. It is possible that maybe we use a Mickey head to fool them. Who knows? We've seen it many times in other games where, we put on a head of a character to fool them into thinking we're one of them, so they won't attack us. Maybe that's this case as well. We don't know. Now, obviously, you guys can see the original FNaTI Treasure Island FNaTI Minnie's heads on top of the wall there, with her teeth still in. Again, we've already seen what her version of a nightmare looks like. She hasn't got the top of her head. It's completely gone and there's just mouths everywhere. Now, below her, of course, is none of the Nightmare Suicide Mouse coming through a hole in the wall. Now, I'm not sure if maybe there was a grate there first and then he takes it down, or maybe the hole slowly appears. I don't know. If you notice as well, there's a doorway, which means he might either come straight through the wall at you, or he comes through the lower door by the sign that says Treasure Island underneath there, by the tables. He might come through there. Who knows? It does look like that you might see them walking past the door. That weird open doorway. We might actually see them coming past there, maybe. Or peeking in. And then, of course, you got another doorway that's all dark. So, either that's a vent, and he's come through that, or he's come through that doorway and snuck up in there. I'm not really sure what to make of it. It reminds me a lot of one of FNaTI's, where you've got, like, the weird clown that comes through the wall at you, randomly, with no sodden warning why he does that. Seriously, I don't like him. As of yet, we don't know anything about the characters, just what they look like. And this is the first time we get to see an area actually inside the nightmare world. And it's nice to see the floor is clean, in all honesty. I like the fact that it's like a nice clean floor. It's the opposite to the reality you're in at the moment. If you know, like, the layer of FNaTI Treasure Island, it's completely dusty, it's been abandoned, it's destroyed, everything's all over the place. Whereas in your nightmares, it's going to be complete opposite. Now, this kind of reminds me of the creepypasta story I read that's not abandoned by Disney. It's a different one. Again, FNaTI Treasure Island has only got inspiration from Abandoned by Disney. But this story isn't created by Slime Base. It's a different one. And the layout by here alone reminds me of this room where these bunch of friends had to go into and they were caught sneaking into the Disney grounds. And they were left there for a long time to be observed, and it turns out it was just a trick so they could get, well, killed. But I'm not going to go talking about that story. But again, it does feature the Disney characters. The first thing that strikes me as odd is the doorways. We got a very large opening there with the two spikes with the Mickey head on top of it. That's quite a large opening. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like a long corridor. Again, I don't see any doors on it. Unless the door's already open, maybe? I don't know. We got a smaller doorway then underneath the sign. We got the hole in which Nightmare Suicide Mouse is coming through. And then you've got this other big door with a gate. With these bars in the way. But if you notice, they're all different sizes. Which again throws me off as odd. But makes sense when you're in a nightmare because some people don't like closed-in spaces. Some people, don't like certain colors. The thing is, the fact that some areas are really dark, it means you won't see some of the characters. It'll be hard to see. It will definitely be alarming when he just comes out from that area he's there right now, Nightmare Suicide Mouse. If he just suddenly comes through there when you're not expecting him, that will scare you. I'm not really sure what to expect at this point. I don't like the fact there's a lot of pointy sharp things, for one. I don't like all the spikes, but it makes sense when you're in a nightmare. I don't know if like the photonegative Mickey head, sorry, not photonegative Mickey, the Mickey heads are supposed to represent something. I mean, they kind of remind me of like the heads that you see in Five Nights at Freddy's, but they also kind of represent the maybe that has been past victims. That these are all the people who failed to escape their nightmare, and there's just like one empty spot left for your head to go on the last spike up there. Possibly. Who knows? I like the writing on the Treasure Island sign. Again, as we know, in the Nightmare Before Disney, it's set in the nightmare world, meaning the guy is having a dream, a nightmare. I don't know, maybe he has had a confrontation, say, with the Souths, and he's run and he's hid away. And then he starts to fall asleep, but he's scared to fall asleep because these guys are all out there. And then his mind starts playing tricks on him. Maybe he's ate some of the local plants and started having hallucinations. And as he's falling asleep, he imagines what all of these guys are going to suddenly turn into look like when the lights go out or something. That his mind has literally just run away with him with how scared he's become. For example, my little cousin went to see the Lady and the Tramp. Now, as you know, Lady and the Tramp isn't all that scary, but my little cousin got terrified of the rat scene, where the little rat is going into the baby's bed and is going into the cot to go and kill the baby. My little cousin was terrified of that scene, and then that night, she dreamt that the rat was huge and massive and actually trying to come into her room to kill her. Your mind will play tricks on you on how scared you are. Again, we did calm her down and she realised it was just a cartoon, but even Disney has its horror moments. This is what happens when you get really scared. But the question is, will he be able to escape his nightmares? Because once he escapes his nightmares, he'll end up back in the real world. And if he's currently is indeed on Treasure Island itself, where these guys are, is the reality worse than the nightmare? Is the nightmare worse than the reality? Again, this isn't really set in the plot of Five Nights at Treasure Island, but it's a fan game of it. But I don't know. What is more scary? Being killed in your nightmares, the possibility your mind might think you're dead, where these guys are 10 times more scary, or facing reality where the outcome could be worse. For all he knows, while he's having these nightmares, one of these guys could actually be trying to kill him in real life. Again, that's just all speculation and ideas here, but what do you guys think of the office area? I don't know if we're going to have like 3 roam where you can move around and explore. I don't know if you got that. I mean, it would be interesting if it was like one of those games, like when you go into Paris Cavern and you can walk around and you can click on different areas, and you have to hide in those different areas. Now that's an awesome idea. I like the ability to move around. Whereas in Five Nights at Treasure Island, Five Nights at Freddy's, you're constantly sitting in a chair waiting for them to murder your face. But I don't know if we're going to have the option to move. It would be nice, but I don't know if we are. But what do you guys think of this area alone? Again, not sure why there's 2 tables. But who cares? Even if you prop them up on top of each other, that won't stop nightmare suicide. In fact, you have nothing. I guess you could break one of those on the wall and kill him with it, but you wouldn't exactly be able to scale one. That's a bit awkward then. I don't know where our character would be standing. It really depends on where he's standing in the room. If he's standing closer up to the bed, we won't be able to see all the way around us. Hopefully we have got this area that the picture that we're seeing right now. This is the perspective we're going to get from our character. This is what we're going to see as we're playing as him. If it is, It means there's loads of room for characters to come in, meaning we could get multiple characters in a room with us. Now, I don't know, maybe there's a different method to get rid of individual ones, or maybe they're all the same. Or it has the similar aspects of Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know at this point. Hello there. And I don't know if that is just a hole in the wall or if it's a TV or something. I'm not sure right now. What do you guys think of the office area, though? Sorry I was talking for so long. I just wanted to clear a couple of things up. See? Told you. I don't edit stuff. And I don't write anything down. I wing it all the time. So this, of course, was another episode of Finding Treasure Island, The Nightmare Before Disney, the fan game inspired by the original game, set in the nightmare world, where your nightmares are out to kill you. But still, what's better, your nightmares trying to kill you or reality? Which one would you rather die in? You have more control over your dreams than you do in reality, so... Awesome. Again, this is not Five Nights at Treasure Island 2, no matter how much you guys want it to be. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Remember, guys, the charity streams today. I hope to see you there. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time. More Five Nights at Treasure Island The Nightmare Before Disney episodes will be up on the channel very, very soon. In fact, I'll have a couple more up today. Fingers crossed.